So Werewolf by Night is Marvel's first Halloween special, and it follows Jack Russell, played by Gael Garcia Bernal, and a few other people in this facility trying to track down an artifact known as the Bloodstone. So kind of like a Hunger Games situation going on here. And this movie, or this Halloween special, is directed by Michael Giacchino, and what's great is that not only did this dude earlier this year compose and do the composition for the Batman, but this man is directing and composed for Werewolf by Night, and I have so much more appreciation and so much more respect for this guy, because not only did he, again, compose and direct this film, and he got to do best of both worlds, and also he has even stated in, I think, a few interviews, or maybe an interview or two, that he has a desire to direct. He just wound up doing compositions and doing music scores, and his desire for directing never left, but he got an opportunity to compose and direct a film of his, which I think that's a great idea, and it's a dream come true for me, because hell, I'd love to compose and direct a film of mine, and that's kind of relatable because I want to still direct movies and still do all that stuff in the film industry. So I just have so much props and so much respect for this guy now, and I love to see more out of him. I hope going forward he gets to direct more. With Gael Garcia Bernal, I think he does a great job playing the role of Jack Russell, aka Werewolf by Night, and Laura Donnelly, I think, is great as well as Elsa Bloodstone, and those are the only two that kind of stand out for me in terms of the human ensemble, because everyone else just kind of gets offed or just is like supporting roles a little, because they're just there and they just kind of get killed off, and Laura Donnelly and Gael Garcia are the last two kind of remaining in terms of actors, not including anything else afterwards, which we'll get into in a moment. There's like one other character, and it's not a spoiler. I mean, it's semi-spoilerish, but it's kind of not at this point. So we'll get to that in a moment. But one thing you're gonna notice about this film is that it's set in black and white. It's got the 4:3 format, ratio frame going on, and it's obviously trying to pay homage and just have that nod to old Universal monster movies like The Wolfman, The Bride of Frankenstein, all those types of films, Dracula, you name it. Those types of old Universal films, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, it has that type of homage to it, and you can tell there's definitely a lot of appreciation and a lot of that love for the old style horror movies and old style spooky films. And what you will also notice is that it definitely feels a lot darker. It feels a lot more violent, and I like that this movie paid those homages and also went a little darker, a little more violent. You do see some good gore and a little bit of good kills in this film. I think with it using the black and white format, kind of like what I'm doing here, is that it benefits and it takes advantage of that idea, because you can show a lot of shadows, you can show a lot of darkness, and you can get away with some visuals a little bit. Speaking of the visual effects, I love that in the film you don't see a lot of the transformation, nor do you see a lot of the werewolf in terms of the Werewolf by Night. You see some glimpses, and because of that black and white feature going on, you see it, and it's kind of it's one of those less is more, which is excellent. And honestly, quite frankly, I love that now that the Halloween feature has kind of been out on Disney Plus, and Marvel's putting out concept arts and showing all the processes on how they got the makeup down and everything. I love that the behind the scenes stuff, we're seeing the makeup, but in the film, I love that it shows less of it. And so you appreciate it more when you see the behind the scenes stuff, and then when you look at the film and how great it looks. And since we're on visual effects, in a sense, let's get into the one character I think that was definitely a standout and I thought was really cool to see, and maybe could be building up something, because knowing Marvel, they're gonna want to build up something. Maybe this could be something towards the Midnight Suns. And we have Man-Thing, and it's kind of cool just having Man-Thing in this, and he looks so good, the black and white and in the color, because towards the end of the feature, it transitions, the Bloodstone transitions the black and white to color, kind of like WandaVision a little bit, that aesthetic where it transitioned from black and white to color. I love that a little bit. That was really cool. That was just so smooth. Man-Thing, I think he was just so great. He looks awesome visually, and I love the fact that I think there was a bit of animatronics or prosthetics provided to this, and he just, whatever it is, I think there is something that they said it is an animatronic, or parts are animatronic, or something where it's all prosthetics. I don't remember the full details, don't quote me on this, but I know it's one or the other. Either way, it looks fantastic. If it's an animatronic, love it. If it's prosthetics, amazing, because like they put a lot of effort into this. My only thing I would have against this film or this feature is that I kind of wish this was longer. I kind of wish there was more of this. And I like that Marvel and Disney are finally taking the opportunity and taking advantage of the idea that Marvel can go violent, it can go gory, it can go dark. And I like that we're seeing a little more dark stuff. Disney Plus now has Logan and the 2 Deadpool films and all the Netflix stuff. Those were TVMA. And Daredevil Born Again is going to be something darker, and they're building up stuff that's a little darker and can be a little more gory, a little more brutal. I like that we're doing this sort of like approach with some of the things going forward with Phase 4 and Phase 5 and Phase 6. I love that. Keep that at it. Keep at it, Marvel. I don't know. I just wish this was a little bit longer. Like, I wish this was like an actual film. This is like at least 15 minutes, maybe like 52 minutes with the credit scene or something, or not a credit scene. But I just wish this was maybe a little longer. We can get a feature-length film out of this, or heck, maybe this could lead and do more with the Midnight Suns. We'll see. But I'm going to give Werewolf by Night, I'm going to give it an A. So Werewolf by Night, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do us videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell. I do new videos every day, every week. Share the video with family and friends, all the good stuff and more. Leave some suggestions in the comments. You name it, I'll look into it. I'll do the best I can to look at those, any suggestions, any requests, any questions like that whatsoever. I'm going to try and do a little bit more Halloween stuff before the end of this month. There should be, hopefully soon, my review for Hellraiser, Clive Barker's Hellraiser. And maybe if I can squeeze in one more Halloween, spooky, horror-related thing in for this year's annual Halloween, then that'd be awesome. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.